Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at K'NEX Building Worlds Kids Love, the Plants vs. Zombies, Pirate Seas Plank Walk. One of the more level-inspired sets from the new Plants vs. Zombies lineup. This comes with, it comes with 2 plants, and it comes with 3 pirate zombies. It does require 2 AA batteries, and it has 319 pieces in total. If it's anything like what we're seeing on the front of the box, I'm definitely looking forward to getting this set up. And yes, you have heard right, or you did see right, it says motor on the top there. So this is a motorized piece. We take the box and we flip it around here. On the back it shows the several different features. It looks like there's a little swinging set, as well as there is a motorized motor on the back there, and a motorized rumble grid. There's a better look at these 2 zombies. There's a limited edition Captain Pirate Zombie, and then also we've got the cabbage shooter, the lettuce shooter, I think it's a lettuce shooter, as well as the coconut cannon. Be on the lookout of other sets as well. There's a couple of 2-packs available, as well as these 2 sets, and I think Spot actually did cover both of them. Maybe not this one, but I know I did have a look at the Wild West Skirmish. This all comes to us, though, from the folks over at K'NEX. You can go to www.knex.com. You can also go to facebook.com/buildk'nex. Having said that, Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this set all put together. And when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Plants vs. Zombies Pirate Seas Plank Walk. Don't be going anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. Just before Spot has a look at this giant display, it's actually quite involved. Let's have a look at some of the minifigures that come with this set. I guess first things first, the exclusive to this set is Captain Pirate Zombie. I don't know what his actual name is. He probably has a more fancier name than that. Captain... I can't even think of a name. But he does come with like a little beard. I love how this piece was over top of just a regular zombie head. It's essentially just a regular zombie head, but because they put this whole piece over top, bada bing, bada boom, you've got yourself a Captain Zombie. All the articulation is the same on all these, although this one, when you move it, his head kind of, the mask kind of comes off. But they have ball joint hands, ball joint shoulders, hinged elbows, a little swivel in the wrists, swiveled waist, and then they've got hinged legs and knees. So not bad. A little pirate, Captain Pirate Zombie. Also really like the fact that he's got a parrot sticking out of his hat. I don't know why I love that so much. So we have him, and we'll just put him here. Let's get the hair off that flag there. And then we got a couple of zombies. First mates, no doubt, perhaps. They're working up the ranks. They're making very little, but they're moving up, and hopefully one day they'll be captain. Who are we kidding? They're going to just be mopping floors the rest of their lives. Anyways, we've got 2 zombies. They're exactly the same. A little cleaning up the captain's mess. Captain makes a lot of mess, actually. So we got 2 of those, and then lastly, we got 1 extra zombie that's got a cone head. Now, if you don't want that one to have a cone head, he does also come with the bandana the same way as the other zombies. But then, you know what? Then they all look the same. So I opted to put the cone on this one. And I think the cone kind of just adds a little more personality. I'm all about personality, especially when it comes to zombie pirates. I'm all about personality on those guys. So there's your zombies. 4 zombies in total. Not bad. As for your plants, you've got the cabbage shooter. I always say it's a cabbage shooter. I think it's a lettuce shooter. A little lettuce head. And it can flick back. Flick back what? Well, it does also come with these little peas. And you can just attach them to, whoops, try not to drop them. I always knew I was going to drop. Every time I start this review, I feel I always will drop those. These flick back, and you can fire these off. Try not to get them on the floor like Butterfingers just did. But you got a lettuce head shooter, cabbage head shooter, And then you've got this one right here. And this is just one of the coconut shooters. It also does come with its supply of ammunition. You just put that in the front there. You pull this back, and this fires off and goes somewhere on the floor. You'll never find it. Cats will start playing with it later. You'd be like, what are you playing with over there? Then you find out, oh, I hate it when I just leave my coconuts all over the floor. So you get these cool little plants. Now they have stands. They have their little stands that they can attach onto, like so. And you can put them at the bottom. Why are you putting them at the bottom, Spot? Well, there's a reason for it. And that just attaches on like so. So you have your two plants at the very bottom. Then you can take your pirates, and before we actually put them on the set, let me move this stuff out of the way here. This will be a little harder of a reveal because we're going to take the motor off just for a second. By the way, the motor is essentially this part spins, but all it does is it spins this section and then it vibrates. And I'll show you guys how that works in a second. But here is the motor. I had to install the AA batteries. They just went in the back. They weren't included. I had extras though. But if you spin this, see it spins backwards or it spins forward. Now, K'NEX have used motors before, but this one is a rumble. It's used for rumbling. So when you attach it to the back, it clips. Let me spin this around here. It actually just sits right at the back here. And it just clips right into those little posts here. Just like that. And what it really does is it's going to rumble this whole floor here, and it's going to move stuff along. That's what the motor's doing. That's its job. It's going to move stuff along, and then it's going to feel like an actual game. So that's pretty cool. So let's just spin this around here. We've got pretty much like the level from Plants vs. Zombies reenacted here in K'NEX. The build was a little more involved because you actually had to build the framework here. We'll just take the motor off again. And I'm just going to flip this over as best I can. You can see, there it is right there. You had to build a pretty involved frame. And then this piece, this cardboard printed piece, slides in on top, and then you frame the top. So it took maybe roughly about an hour, hour and a half for me to build this. The kids out there who have an easier time with K'NEX, maybe you might build this a lot faster than me. There's a little pirate flag on the end there. Pirate flag, if I just remove it, there we go. Pirate flag says brains. That's what they're looking for. They're part of the Brains Club. Some other things to note as well. There's some swings, little swingy things on the tops there. And what you can do, get the swing to stop. You can take these little pieces. There's 4 of them that you build, and you can take the zombie and peg it into place. They're not sometimes the easiest to peg into place because, well, zombies' feet are a little more crooked. One of the issues of being a crooked foot. He has a tough time standing. We'll take another zombie here. It doesn't really so much matter on here, but it does matter a bit on the swings, making sure that these clip in properly. There we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you can take these guys and try not to have their arms falling off either. Clip the arms into place. And you can take the zombie and you can attach it to the swing. Oops. Try not to have his bandana come off either. You're falling apart. You'll never be captain at this rate. And they can go on the swings and you can, swing them. Not swing them too much or they're going to fall off the swings. The other things that you can do is you can take the rest of these pieces, attach your zombies, and you just put them on the board like so. And again, they don't always peg into place, but they do a pretty good enough job. You can peg them into their stands. Take the cone head zombie who just lost his cone. Again, I don't know why sometimes the zombies don't clip very well into their stands. It's probably because they have the crooked feet. I have nothing against crooked foot people. If you have crooked feet, that's all right. Everybody has a vice. Everybody has something about them. Maybe one of these days you're going to be in a scenario where you need to be a crooked-footed person, and they're going to be like, I only have straight feet. What am I going to do? And somebody with crooked feet is going to say, here, step out of the way. This is my calling right now. Now, see, these don't clip in very well. Or what you can also do too is you can put them on here, but the problem is, yeah, with them putting them on the stands are going to be what makes the pieces move. We'll try the captain. See, captain stands a little bit better. That's why he's the captain. And you can put him on like that. So when you have them all on the board, you can spin the board ever so carefully. Attach the motor just like that. And then what you will do is when you turn this on, this will vibrate like this. Maybe a bit better of a job than what Spot's demonstrating. It will vibrate and these guys will move down the ramp, down the planks as it were. And then at the bottom, that's when you have your plants. And if you ready your plants, you can shoot at the zombies. Probably have a little bit better luck than I will. You can shoot at the zombies and knock them off before they get to the very end. It's exactly like the game. So, we're going to try this. I'm going to try actually with the cannonballs. Maybe I might fare better than the... I tried this earlier. Didn't fare, to be honest, didn't fare all that well. I don't have the aim that I used to have when I was younger, but we're going to reach around to the back here. Hey, there's my hand. Hello. We're going to reach around to the back. We're going to turn on the motor. Arr! Spot will never be pirate at this rate. You actually have to lift. You have to lift this and lower it down. Spot was actually being ridiculous. I was putting it on the top. Anyways, we spin this around. Let's resume where we left off. I'm going to take the little pirates here, put them on their stands, and we are going to turn on the motor and making sure, of course, we have our plants down below. There's my 2 plants. I should have invested in a little more sunflowers because once these guys run out, brother, I am in trouble. So anyways, we turn the motor on and watch as the plank moves and all these little zombies will come moving down the plank. Arr, here we go. Well, one fell, but you can see that the other one is coming, and then you're supposed to use these guys and knock over the pirates. Kind of like that. And here's a front view of what that looks like with the zombies coming down. You can see what I mean. They work better by putting them on the platforms, whereas if you had the zombies just standing on their own, they wouldn't be able to slide down as easily. And in the meantime, you can have these little zombies swinging back and forth, and you can pretend to knock them off as well. It's pretty neat though. I like that at least it looks like it's an actual scene from the game, as opposed to, you know, just being the pieces themselves. This brings a little more interactivity into your build sets. This was definitely one of the more complex builds, I would say, of the Plants vs. Zombies sets that Spot has built. The end result, though, is this one's a little more interactive, I think, than the others. I do like the motorized function. I wish kind of the zombies could stay on their boards a little bit better. But you know what? I think it looks like a fun board as well. Like, it looks a little more like a level in the game than I think some of the other pieces as well. Today's collectible Spot was building some pirates, as we were today building the Plants vs. Zombies, the Pirate Seas Plank Walk. Arr! Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to certainly have a lot more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you guys next time. Arr! Go get me my plants!